Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at quite possibly the most broken brawler in the game right now. This brawler is on everyone's lips whenever I'm looking at Reddit, Twitter. Definitely one of the best right now. So before we jump into things then, make sure you're using the create code. Mine will be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright guys, jumping into quite possibly the most broken brawler in this meta right now, we have Shelly. No memes whatsoever. So she was actually buffed about 3 weeks ago, maybe even like a month ago now. But as time has gone on, people have finally realized that Shelly's actually one of the best brawlers in the game. So this actually isn't an overreaction either. I think she's absolutely insane. So within competitive, you know, I'll keep saying it over and over again, but it's one of the best things to measure how strong a brawler is. We've seen Totem this weekend, specifically on this map, Field Goal. Use it against probably the best mechanical team in the game in Crazy Raccoon. The guys that literally went back-to-back in World Championships, and Totem destroyed them with Shelly and Dynamite on this map. The reason why Shelly is so good, like, there are good tank counters out there, but she just completely shuts them down every single time. And not only that, she can just be really annoying to face off against with other kind of medium-range brawlers. And of course, her super can just be absolutely devastating. You combine this with her clay pigeons, it's just a GG. And actually, one of the main reasons why she's strong as well is because in the past, you know, this happens quite often with some brawlers that creep up in the meta, but in the past she actually got buffed with her star power, so it's actually 4.5 seconds slow. I think if they actually nerf this, then she might be somewhat of a balanced brawler, but for now I think she's incredibly strong. So another main reason why she's so strong is because you can just do this a lot of the time, especially on Brawl. Is just use a super and just score, break open walls. That's what they did as well, specifically Totem, when they were trying to find goal scoring opportunities. They could just use a super at long range and just break open the map, and if you've got some good coordinating teammates, you can make it work so easily. So yeah, Shelly is definitely one of the most dangerous brawlers right now in a 1v1. She rarely loses to any brawler. It's quite scary, you know, a starter brawler being one of the best brawlers in the game. It's definitely going to take some balancing in terms of Brawl Stars, probably nerfing us some way. Maybe they're making, instead of very fast to fast, you know, very fast is a bit too much. Like, going up 2 movement speeds is just crazy to me. And if you're looking for the best counters to her, to be honest, there really isn't too much that can counter her. Like, the big one that I've been seeing time and time again is Nita. Nita's always been a fantastic counter to Shelly, but that's the one I'm seeing at most of the time. So that's going to be the first game right there. Shelly is an absolute menace, specifically in Brawl. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next game, and so we're going to be showcasing some Shelly on Gem Grab, specifically on Harder at Mine, or just pretty much every single Gem Grab map, because this was actually one of the few game modes she was used in recently in competitive, but she's just been getting a lot more playtime ever since ESL Masters. A few teams brought to light, so I think STMN used Shelly in Harder at Mine. It's just really good, not only as a counter to enemy tanks, but you can use Shelly to get in behind enemy lines. You can see how quick I am here with the speed, and I can just absolutely destroy people. It is so satisfying playing Shelly against some aggro brawlers, but it's not even aggro that Shelly is good against. She's pretty much good against everything on this map. So hopefully we can get our super in time. I think, oh, okay, I thought BB might be able to get me there, but I'm able to survive. Mortis, I have no idea what you're doing, bro. I'm literally the fastest auto aimer in the world, always, since day one. It's literally the reason why I won the world finals, because auto aim was so OP back in my day. But anyways, we can just run into this BB right here and just take her down so quickly. Mortis, he's going to try and take me down, but he actually, oh, okay, he's able just to get me down. I didn't have enough ammo, unfortunately, but it literally took them like so many chances to try and take me down, and they finally were able to do so. Looks like my Tara is just going to throw. I just absolutely love to see it when my Tara throws like that. And yeah, we're going to be losing this game because Tara just gives the enemies all of the gems. So they're all in the right corner here. I might be able to get a good super off right here. Let's see. Nice, we're able to kill the Sandy. Okay, we're able to get this guy as well, and I'm just going to run in at the end and hopefully get some of these gems down, and I can actually run out there with 9, and I should be able to, with the help of the healing shade, get out of there and clutch up. So PSG Shelly is just insane, one of the best brawlers in the game easily. I just love this brawler. I'm so happy that Shelly is one of the best brawlers in the game. It's actually so fun to play. I don't know why. It's one of the most satisfying things in the game, just to charge your super back instantly and just destroy people point blank range, but that's going to be the second game right there. Shelly honestly is so strong. Let's see the stats here. We're just completely dominated. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the next game then. So we're trying to use some Shelly on Hot Zones. Hot Zones probably more so one of our weaker game modes, but Split specifically is actually a really good map for her, just because you see quite a few tanks on this map, and you know, as a defensive brawler she can be pretty strong. So as I say that, oh, I nearly got killed by the Frank, but once I get this super once, there's no way this Frank can win any matchup, so we should be able to use the super onto Frank there, and it's pretty much GG, because I'll have my super again in a few shots time, and there's just no way these guys can do anything. So again, even against tougher matchups, I've got the movement speed which can keep me alive for a longer duration. Against brawlers like Frank, of course, I'm just going to absolutely destroy. And the thing about Shelly, more so than any other brawler in the game, when she's got a strong matchup, I feel like there's no other brawler that just destroys that matchup faster than a Shelly, or just more dominant than a Shelly. You know, for example, I can think of like tanks. You can normally outplay like an tanks going into a tank counter. You can normally outplay like an Ems, for example, or like an Otis or a Colette. But with Shelly, you know, as long as they're semi-decent players with Shelly, there's no chance you're going to beat them, especially with this fast movement speed. But we're able to take these guys down so quickly. We're able to get another win right there. Let's see. We didn't even get star player, but we're so strong on the Shelly. Let's hop on to the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the next game, and so just going to be carrying on with Brawl, because that's just a game mode she's always been best in. But, you know, field goal is the map I want to highlight the most. So in terms of other maps as well then, so I've actually seen some Shelly on Kaboom Canyon, believe it or not, and it actually worked out pretty strong. Again, you got the grass in the middle, so the more grassy the map, always with Shelly's been her better maps, but now with this movement speed, just so fast. And then it's seen, I think Safe Zone probably wouldn't be the best map for her, just because you know, it's Shelly. She's not going to get a lot of damage onto the safe, but she's going to be a good defender. So I've seen in a Hot Potato she's pretty decent. You know, talking about other maps as well. I'm trying to think of the other map. There's another one that's pretty much always in a rotation. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but I know Lex made it. I'll be screaming at the end of this, and you guys probably screaming the map name, but just any map which is pretty close, you know, maps of which Nita and other tanks are pretty much good on, Shelly's going to be a solid option anyways. So I could have probably used super to score here, but these guys shouldn't have. Okay, Mortis just completely deletes him. Trying to think of other scenarios as well. I've seen her used in Knockout. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, I've seen her used in Bounty as well. Shooting Star, actually seen her used quite frequently. Dry Season, I've seen her used. She's just rampant in the meta right now. It's pretty hard to deal with her. So again, I'm just going to use my super onto these guys, because the slow is just so crippling. They can't deal with it. I'm going to use super onto the Surge, and we should be able to open this wall up and just destroy them. They can't do anything about it with this insanely fast movement speed. I briefly talked about one counter before. I've seen a few times, like, I think Crazy Raccoon just believed that Nita would counter Shelly pretty hard, but no matter what, Shelly still had a pretty decent matchup. So I don't think Nita actually counters Shelly as hard as you might believe. And yeah, we're going to win this game quickly, so we may as well move it into the next game and talk about her best counters. Alright guys, jumping into the final game then. So we're going to be talking about her best counters and maybe the way to go forward with Shelly, and like how to nerf her. Not too much, because it's nice. She's been like the second worst brawler in the game for the longest time. Again, I don't want her just to be completely obliterated in the nerfs, but of course a brawler this strong should probably be nerfed a little bit at least. So with Shelly, I think the best counters to her: Nita, Sandy, Stu, and Crow. Let me know if there's any harder counters out there. I just think they're pretty decent matchups overall. Of course, you got Crow with his slows and just really easy to hit main attack, which of course is going to be the main problem when you're trying to kill Shelly, is that she can just dodge you with her fast movement speed. So of course you want brawlers that are pretty easy to hit with her main attack, and Crow is definitely one of them. So yeah, Crow's gonna be good. You got the slows to counter her as well. I'm gonna use super against this boss so easily, and our Mortis should be able to score. Okay, no, I just used my clay pigeons for no reason there. But again, we've got the slow to counter so many of these tankier brawlers. So we're just going to run up into the Buzz right here, get the slow onto him. And okay, I thought that was a stun. But my Mortis is going to go in and score that anyways. But that's going to be it for today's video. You also have Sandy, who I mentioned already, because Sandy's got a really easy to hit attack, especially around the walls. You've also got Stu, and I've already mentioned Crows. So quite, you know, there's a few counters to Shelly, but at the moment, I just think people are really sleeping on Shelly. and feel like they're just a bit scared to just try her out, or try her out on like maps she wasn't good on before, like Bounty for example. And you can quite easily just use Band-Aid on like really long range maps. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. PSG's jelly is no joke. Combine it with clay pigeons and you've got the best brawler in the game. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.